everybody. So I wanted to come back with another video. It's been a crazy couple of weeks just with everything going on and kind of landlocked right now in the house, or I guess just kind of stuck in the house for a little bit, but which is fun because I can kind of come, just put together some new videos for you guys. I definitely have a lot more time, and as you can hear from my voice, I can actually talk again. I had laryngitis for about 7 days, I think, 7 or 8 days. It was crazy. No flu, no like fever or body chills, like nothing with the flu, but it was just like super like bronchitis, and I had to get x-rays, everything. It was a whole thing. So just taking better care of myself and ready to do some more videos. So go ahead and, hang around, grab some tea or something. I'll try to make this not so long for you guys. I know you guys have things to do, but just thank you so much for always popping in, watching my videos. I so support it and I have so much fun with it and hanging out with you guys. So with all that said and done, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so in this video, I wanted to do a full glam, like, going out, blue look, not a blue look, but just more like blue eyeshadows. Just, steering more in the blue shades. I really love how that come across on my skin, and I know it'll look beautiful on yours. So I'm just gonna kind of do a just full glam with the blue eyeshadows and maybe kind of throw in some greens in there. We'll kind of see where this takes us. So with that, I'm gonna be using my Revolution. This is the Alexis Stone. I got this from Ulta. So I like this one because it has just, all of these beautiful colors. So we're gonna be like kind of in between these right here, and that's what I'm gonna be using. And then, of course, I'm a huge Morphe fan. I might just add in maybe some of the greens here as well. And this is the palette 35M. And then I have also another Morphe palette, and I'm not sure yet if I'm going to use anything from here, but it just has, I might, because it does have this beautiful, if you can see that, this beautiful turquoise color. It's really, really pretty. And that's the color in Peace, so which we need a lot of right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just use those, and then of course I will just kind of go ahead and start with my base. I did a little bit already and some of my eyebrows, but I need to touch up my eyebrows just a little bit more and just do some more concealer and kind of just touch up some of that powder. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back to start the eyes. Okay, so I went ahead and I did all of my concealer, the places that I wanted to put it, just the normal here, down the nose bridge, and underneath my eyes, a little bit here and here as well. But what I'm going to do is, I did this before, I made this mistake, and because my skin is darker, so I want to use a lighter concealer just to kind of go under my brow bone after I fix those up, and down my eyelids just to make the color really pop. So I am actually going to use, this is the L'Oreal True Match, and this is the color W67, and to be honest with you, this is my husband's. I stole it from him, so yeah, this is his color. But it's nice. I don't want to go out and get this color when I can just like right there. I can take it from him. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of fix up. Well, first let me fix up my brows really quick just to kind of chisel those out a little bit more. This was just my light touch to it, but since I'm going full glam, I really want my eyebrows and everything to just super pop. So let me just go ahead and fix those up, and then I'm going to go in with the concealer, and then I'll show you guys when I'm all set. Okay, so I went ahead and I just put some of the True Match just like on the top of my eyelids, just like on the top, and then I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer and just kind of did that like right underneath my brow bones and just really touched up the brows just to kind of really make them a bit stronger and pop out. So now I'm going to use my Laura Mercier, and I'm going to do some baked. Wait, before I do that, I am going to do some contouring. So you guys know I love my Juvia contouring in the color Congo, and I'm gonna go ahead and just do my contouring. And lately I've been actually, for my nose, I've been using this brush right here. So it's like really controlled. And I like to kind of start that right here and here and just kind of blend that in. So you can see right away, it really starts to pull in like the nose shape right away. So I'm gonna go in and just kind of bring that down the side and the other side. And then I just like to go right underneath, like right there. So it kind of makes like, for me, this is what works for me. So you can kind of see, play around with it and see what works for you. But as you can see already, it just kind of pulls it in a little bit, just like snatching at the nose. It's kind of fun. And so with that, I'll just kind of blend in and out a little bit. And then kind of pull that in just a little bit, like into the like corners here of the eye. Again, forgive my voice. I'm getting better. I'm almost there, but still not 100%. Almost there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this real quick. And then sometimes I just like to go in with my two fingers, either one, and just kind of help to blend that in just a little bit more. Just like that. So not too different, but a little more chiseled, especially when I'm doing full glam. I don't know, when I'm doing full glam, I kind of want to be like a different alter ego, something extra, and that's the whole point for full glam. It's not something that you do every day. It's just something when you're going out, you're doing photo shoots, you're doing just something different, and you just want to go all out. Go for it. So, okay, so now I'm done with that, and I'm just going to kind of go in and just kind of contour a little bit more around my face. Okay, so I went ahead and I used the Mercier powder just to kind of touch up this area and also underneath my eyes. And I like to bring that down just because I get really oily right here. So just to kind of add that. Oh, I almost forgot my chin. Yeah, just because these are the areas like that I really get a lot of just oil, but I also get it like in that crease right there, and so it starts to make my eyeshadow like kind of get caked up a little bit after a while. So I'm just gonna add this just like on the top. I know it's like so much, but I'm just gonna add some of this to my lids, and then I'll just kind of brush away some of this extra that I've got going on here, just so it doesn't make it too like ashy looking. So I'll just kind of pat this in, and then I like to go in because even my brows get like oily, so I like to pat that into my eyebrows, and then it helps to set my brows for the day as well, I've noticed. Excuse me. Yes, so now what I'm going to do is kind of just go in with my color, and let's see, I think, yes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this as my base. I'm going to be using this brush right here. I just love how rounded it is, and I can add it in, press it in, but also blend it out as well. So I'm just going to kind of go in with that and just kind of get started. Okay, so I'm going to start just here. I don't want to go too far in because I want to be able to kind of like blend it out and not have too much product on my eye. So I'm just going to kind of do that and just kind of blend that in. And then for me, I don't like doing one eye and then doing the other, I feel like it's not gonna match for some reason. So I like to do them kind of like at the same time, just so that I can make sure how I did one, I can kind of make sure the other eye matches, if that makes sense. So you kind of, I know some people like to do one whole eye, show you what it looks like, and then do the other side. I have a feeling if I do that, the other side's it's not gonna come out the same. So I have to do them like the same time. Okay, so as you can see, that's what I have going on right now. I've got this and this side, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of go in and blend that out. Okay, so I kind of like built it out just a little bit because I really want the insides to not be as dark. I really want to pull that eye all the way out this way, and just not have too much like in the corner, because I like to add like something a little bit lighter, sparkly, but just something that really makes the corner of the eyes pop. So I'm gonna go in just with this and just kind of like blend in, and just kind of blending in, you can see just the top part right here, just so that that line just looks a little bit more smoother, and kind of you can see a transition and not just a stark line going across. Okay, so as you can see, I kind of really just blended out the top, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do kind of like the bottom part, just so that it can kind of get it ready for the next color that I'm going to use. Okay, so that was the blue from the Alexis Stone, and now I'm going to go in with, now I'm going to go in with the Morphe palette, a rainbow palette. So much fun because it's just got so many cool colors. And I'm going to be using some of this and some of that. Yeah, those are super pretty. Oh, and then probably even some of this right here too. So it's the Rise Up, the Peace, and the Parade. So yeah, that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so let me just grab some. I've got like my whole little kit thing here going on. Okay, let me find the right brush and I will be right back. Okay, so I found the brush that I wanted to use. I like to use something just a little bit more precise. Just so that I can kind of go in and just, I like to pat in the color a little bit first and then kind of blend it out, just so that I can get as much pigment as I can with it. I know some people like to really use a lighter concealer on their lids to make the eye pop, but I feel like, at least for me, I feel like sometimes it can just, it doesn't match the rest of my skin, and I don't want it to just, I don't know, it looks weird when I do that. I don't like that. Works for some people, does not work for me. So you have to find what works for you and kind of just do that. So yeah, so I'm gonna kind of go in with the Rise Up, which is the lighter, not the lighter, but it's a little bit, if you can see that, it's like a little bit more sparkly. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that and then kind of transition down to the turquoise. So I'm going to get a bit of this. This is so pretty. I really like this. So I'm going to leave that right here so I can see what I'm doing. And then just kind of add that in. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so as you can see, it's super bright, really pretty. I really like that. And then I'm just gonna kind of blend that in, do it on the other side, and then just kind of bring that down just a little bit more because I want to save room to use a little bit more of the turquoise, like towards the bottom of my, closer to my lash line, and then underneath as well. Okay, so now I'm going to use this and just kind of really, I know I had some other color in there, so I'm hoping it doesn't transfer over. Try cleaning it out on the side, so hopefully not. You know what, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna kind of go back in with this brush and just kind of blend that out and just make sure that that all kind of comes together a little bit more seamlessly. So I'm just gonna work on like that line just so that it's not like a, whoa, she just stuck like, you know, some super bright blue eyeshadow right there. Because I want to blend it out. I want to keep the color, but I still want to blend it out. I don't want it to be too much. I mean, well, I am a little too much, but not, you know what I mean, not just a crazy line going across. Like, nobody wants to look like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. I mean, she was funny as hell, but I mean, she could have blended that eyeshadow out just a little bit more. I'm just saying. I know, I think I heard that from somebody on YouTube before. They're like, you know, just when you think that you're done blending, blend some more. So, and that is so true. Blending, I think, is everything. So I don't want to sweep this out just yet because I'm going to use the shadow that I use underneath here to really pull that this way. And I like doing that too. Just, it gives it this really like, almost like pulled, like not too crazy, but like this pulled look, winged look upwards. I think that's so pretty. It's kind of like that, who is that? I'm having a brain fart right now. Bella Hadid, you know, just how she kind of always pulls that like look upwards. I think that looks so pretty on her face, and it just makes the rest of your like cheekbones and everything just really pulled, really pretty, just super chiseled. I think that's really, really pretty. Again, not something for every day, but you know, when you want to be a little extra, you know, we all do. It's always fun to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, and then when I'm ready to add the next color, I will see you guys. I'll show you guys that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I kind of blended everything together in the way that I wanted it to look, if you can kind of see that. So now I'm going to go in, and this is still using the Morphe Rainbow Palette, and I'm going to be using this beautiful turquoise color, and this is called Peace, and it's so pretty. Like, if you can kind of see that just for reference, you know, on like maybe lighter skin, and then, you know, a reference on darker skin. It's super pretty, and I've always had that problem. Let me know if you guys have that or you find that for yourselves, but my hands have always been lighter than my face. They've never matched, even when I was little. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in. I don't want to take too much. Yeah, so just put a little bit here. It's so pretty, I love that. So I'm gonna kind of just go in right here, and then later I'll be using the same just to kind of go underneath, kind of blend it all out. Okay, so I went ahead and I added the Ardell. This is the Magic Eyeliner, and it just looks like a regular eyeliner, which is really nice. And it comes with, you know, like the eyeliner applicator or brush, I guess. And so I really like it because, as you can see from this side, I've already attached those. So once, you know, you put the eyeliner on, it's really nice that they just kind of snap on. So for people like me who always fight with lashes, this helps so much. So it's really, ooh, I have some down here, but as you can see, it just kind of go on and you just kind of put it where you want it to go, and it just kind of snaps right into place. And then what I like about these too is, I mean, it takes like no time at all. And, you know, if you make a mistake or if you need to, you know, add a little bit more mascara or more eyeshadow, or you make a mistake, you know, there's not that caked up glue or anything like that. It's just the eyeliner, and you can just kind of pop them off, stick them back on, readjust them. Or, you know, sometimes I feel like I like to finish up the bottom of my eyeshadow look before I add my lashes. So if I feel like I make a mistake, just anything like that, it just makes it super easy to kind of just maneuver them and yeah, work with them. So that's always fun. So now that my lashes are done, and yeah, this is the Ardell, yeah, magnetic lashes. They do need to be curled though. I think that's the only thing I feel like they just kind of go straight down, and so I definitely need to like curl them up a little bit, so I will do that. But first what I'm going to do is just go ahead and kind of bring that look towards the bottom of my lash line. I know I got like a little bit of eyeliner there, so I need to fix that. So what I'm going to do is kind of just use this. This is like the foundation. Okay, so I finally got that piece off that was like not coming off, like did not want to come undone. Okay, so what I need to do actually is just add a little bit more of my, where is it? I'm just gonna add a little bit more to my under eye right here, just because I know once I start doing the under eye, it could fall a little bit more. And I don't want any of this blue to get stuck on my cheek. I mean, that one little piece I couldn't even get off, so I don't want any more to get stuck right there. So kind of reminds me of like a really pretty like peacock. And then I'm just going to kind of bring that up just a little bit towards the sides on each side, and then kind of really blend that in. So I'm going to get my trusty blender and just kind of get that in there. And then I'm going to blend that up into the other color that was in the corner here. So I've gone ahead and just kind of blended that out. I really wanted it to be a really stark blue color and just kind of bring that all around. I really like just how this is popping with everything. So I'm going to go in with my eyeliner, and you guys know my favorite one to use is Morphe Dark Room. It is just it's so pigmented. I know this is kind of like my, well, I guess I can use like the back, but you can see it's just, it comes out so smooth and so dark. It's really nice. And I want to kind of bring this into my lash line on the inside, and then kind of like bring that all the way around on this side. So I know it's been an insane couple of days. What are your plans? How do you plan on keeping busy? I know I've got, you know, the kids, and so I gotta think like they've got to still do their schoolwork, and you know, just everything else. Everybody's acting like the world is ending. It's the apocalypse and there's no more toilet paper anywhere. Yeah, it's been crazy. What do you plan on doing? I know you're just gonna do game nights, movie nights, go to the park, just try to get out as much as we can so we don't go stir crazy, but I don't know. Everything has been canceled and it's just insane. It's crazy. But better to be safe than sorry, and you know, hopefully this helps stop the spread of, you know, the coronavirus and just all the other stuff that's been going on. It's kind of scary times. I mean, the only thing you can do is pray, you know, and just kind of be positive and stay healthy and wash your hands and just everything else, and play with makeup. So that's what I plan on doing. Okay, so here is, I just kind of added into the waterline, the dark, and so I'm just gonna kind of go back in, and this is what I use for my top lashes as well. You guys know that this is one of my favorites, and I really like it because it's inexpensive. I don't know if that's focusing, why it's not, sorry, it's probably still trying to focus on my face, but this is the Essence, the False Lashes Mascara. This stuff is just, it's so nice. And you guys know my trick too, as well as, you know, once you're, after a while of, you know, pulling it in, putting it back in, I don't, that sounded a little, you know, your mascara one, it can tend to dry out. So you want to, you know, have something that you can add a little bit more moisture to. And this is really nice. It's the just contact solution, any contact solution, because it's sterile. You can kind of add a couple of drops into that and it just, you know, breathes more life into your mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and just add this to my bottom lashes, and then, yeah, keep going from there. And I added just a little bit to my bottom lashes, and I'm going to go in now and just kind of clean up a little bit more of the excess powder that I have on my face, because now we're going to be going in with blush. And so, you know, my favorite, and I do need to like venture out and go and try some more, but this just, I like this color because on my dark skin acts as almost like a contour and a blush at the same time, if that makes sense. It's just, it's dark enough to really add those shadows, but then you can still see a pop of red on my face, and so I do like that as well. So I'm just going to kind of go in, and this is by MAC, and it's the color Sketch. So I'm just going to kind of go in to the sides here. So as you can see, it's really natural. It does add, you know, color, but at the same time, I feel like it's dark enough that it adds almost like an added contour to my face, and I really like that. And then I just like to, because it's kind of has that contour-ish to me, I like to just kind of go in to the sides of my nose as a liquid beam. And I really like using a liquid highlighter, if you can see that, only because sometimes I feel like when I use a powder, it can be sometimes a little ashy if I don't find the right color. And I feel like with this, I can add it in. And then if it starts to look too dry, it's still wet enough that it's blendable. And I can go back in with like my setting spray, and it really just kind of like settles it and kind of has it more into the skin, so it looks really nice. So I just like to kind of go in with this with my finger and just kind of add that to the top here, so you can kind of see a little bit, but it's not like too much. And then just to the top of my nose as well. Okay, so to finish up this look before I do my lips is I'm going to be using the Revolution, and this is the Rose Fizz. You can see that. And I'm getting down to the bottom, so I'm gonna have to get some more for sure. Okay, it's like taking a shower in setting spray. To finish that out, I'm gonna be using the Revlon. This is the Gloss, and this is in color Cocoa Crush. You can see that. It's number 310, and I really like it. It's like a nude, a really pretty nude gloss, and so I'm just gonna kind of go in with that. And I like using glosses more than lipsticks for sure, just because I don't have to worry about, you know, lining the lips or just getting that really straight line or just anything like that. It's like this, I can just put it on and then go. So I like that. And I really like using just a nude color as well, just because my eyes are like really standing out today. I want to kind of keep the focus on that. And so I like, you know, if it's kind of like party on top, then I kind of like to do business on the bottom, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to kind of go in with this. It's just really pretty, really light. But I think just, yeah, with glosses, I don't have to be precise with application. It's like I can just swipe it on and then just go. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this look. This is the blue cobalt going out super glam look. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm really liking this. This is really, really cute. It's really different and really stands out. So stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and just be careful and healthy and strong. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for stopping by.